spirit. What does it mean, spirit? What does spirit mean?
So humans have four bodies. They have a cell body, they have an energy body, a light body, and a quantum field body.
Okay.
When we talk about spirit, we're talking about all the parts of the human being outside of the cell body, all of the parts that are not material.
Mm.
Some systems, when they talk about spirit, they're simply talking about the energy body, the auric field.
Okay.
But because other systems aren't very familiar with the other bodies, they use that term to cover everything that's not physical.
Oh, okay, okay. Makes sense. Makes sense.
Okay.
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 All right. So the next term, what is what is God? Because we use this term very loosely. So what is God?
The term God that most people use is talking about the second God. It's not talking about the first God. So we tend to think of God as one thing, but that's not quite true.
Okay.
The first God, the God that we cannot know, exists in a place and in a state that we can't access because everything there is pretty much the same thing. There's not a lot of contrast, and there is no experience there. There's no. It's the time before black holes came into existence. So that God decided to have they wanted experience, and they didn't want everything to be the same, and they wanted more than one polarity to exist. So it created a second God and pushed that God out from it. That became what we know as the God of creation, which we can make contact with. But that God, that entity, if you want to call it that, is dispersed into every living being that came out of that came forth. So the God is not like an entity that's apart from us. It is infused into us, and we are a vessel through which it expresses itself. So we are God.
Yes. Okay. Cool. So, Master Yao, do you see energy and spirit as one and the same?
No.
Okay.
In order for there to be experience, you have to have two polarities, and they're most often expressed as what we call light and dark, or consciousness and energy. So energy is the thing that consciousness creates. Consciousness is the thing that designs what's going to be, and orders or directs energy to create those things. Then you have something that's called elementals, which is what directs energy. It's what gives energy its purpose, its direction. It governs energy. And then you have something called deities, and the deities direct and control and administer the consciousness, the beings, the things that are alive. So you have consciousness, which we basically talk about it generally as being light, but it's consciousness. It's the ability to be sentient, and it is an